Excel 2016, Module 6, pages 341 through 346. All right, before we do anything else, you need to go to page 341 and read about using 3D references to add values across worksheets. 3D references are really important and you truly need to understand how they work, so please do not go forward until you read all of page 341 and the top and the middle of 342, which covers managing 3D references and entering a function that contains a 3D reference. So please pause the video and go read that. All right, to use a 3D reference to enter the total rental income from child care centers. Step number 1, in the summary worksheet, right here, select cell F6, right here. In cell F6, type equals sum, open parent. Okay, equals sum, open parent. Step number 2, click the Quarter 1 Sheet tab, and then shift and click the Quarter 4 Sheet tab. Now, in the Quarter 1 worksheet, which is where we are, click cell E6. Okay? Cell E6 is selected in each quarterly worksheet and added to the functions. Notice that the worksheet names are enclosed in single quotation marks because the worksheet names include spaces. Press your Enter key to complete the formula. Okay, and you can go back up here to cell F6 and you can read it. It says equals the sum of Quarter 1 through Quarter 4 E6. Okay? And the value that should be returned is $57,266. Okay, again, this is why you have to understand how to read a 3D reference in any type of formula. This happens to be a sum, but in any type of function that you use, you need to be able to read the formula that has a 3D reference in it. Okay? All right, to calculate the total rental income for the music practice, in the summary worksheet, now click on cell F7 and type equals sum, open parent. Turn your page. Click the Quarter 1 Sheet tab. Shift and click the Quarter 4 Sheet tab. In the Quarter 1 worksheet, click cell E7. Press your Enter key. Okay, let's go back over here and we're back on the summary worksheet in cell F7. In the summary worksheet on cell F7, the formula with a 3D reference equals sum, Quarter 1 through Quarter 4 E7, appears in the formula bar, and the formula result is $41,253. Okay? Now, you're going to need to read those two little quick paragraphs in between what we just finished and what we're about to start because it's really important and it's going to make your life a lot easier. All right, to copy the formulas with 3D references, in the summary worksheet, make sure that cell F7 is selected right there. You can always check your name box and make sure you're in the right cell. Step number 2, drag the fill handle over the range F8 to F11. Okay, the formulas are copied for the rest of the rental income. The autofill options box appears below the copied range. Step 3, click the autofill options button. Then click fill without formatting. Okay, you want to keep the bottom border formatting in cell F11. Okay, so that we took care of that. Select cell B6 just so you can deselect and you can see what happened. Okay, take a look at figure 6-11 and compare the figures in 6-11 to what you have on your screen. All right, on page 345, to change the rental income in the Quarter 2 worksheet. Step number 1, in the summary worksheet, note that the rental income for religious centers in Quarter 2 is $1,688 right there. Go to the Quarter 2 worksheet. In cell C9, right there where it says 438, enter 425 and press your Enter key. The total rental income for the Religious Center quarter 2 is now $1,675. It's right there. The results in the summary worksheet are also updated because of the 3D reference. Step number 4, go to the summary worksheet. The total rental income for religious centers in quarter 2 is now $1,675. The quarter 2 total is now $50,815, right there. And the 2017 total for religious centers is now $6,939. And the total rental income for 2017 is $199,789. And again, you can check figure 6-12 and compare it to what you have on your screen. Okay, on the bottom of page 345, please read about printing a worksheet group. I think you know the next words out of my mouth are going to be do not print. It actually, even your book tells you not to do the actual printing. We're just going to learn how to do it. To preview the summary and quarterly worksheets with a custom header and footer, top of page 346, step number 1, group the summary, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4 worksheets. So everything but the documentation sheet. So summary through quarter 4. Okay, make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Step number 2. On the ribbon, click the Page Layout tab. Step number 3. In the Page Setup group, click the Dialog Box Launcher. And I hope by now terms like Dialog Box Launcher are very familiar to you and you know exactly where to go. The Page Setup dialog box opens with the Page tab active. Step number 4. Click the Margins tab. And then click the horizontally checkbox in the Center on the Page section to insert a check mark. Center on the page, horizontally. See it right here? The printed content will be centered horizontally on the page. Please remember that horizontally means between the left and the right margins, not the top and the bottom. Step number 5. Click the Header and Footer tab. Click the Custom Header button. Click in the Center section. Click the Insert Sheet Name button. Okay, and if you don't know which one is which, remember if you just touch them, it'll light up and tell you, okay, everything that's on there, so you'll know which one is Insert Sheet Name. See how it has that nice little screen tip? Okay, so go ahead and click the Insert Sheet Name button. Remember that in Excel you're going to see code. It's not pretty like in Word where you actually see the sheet name come in. Excel still shows you the code, and that is the correct code right there. And it warns you of that in step 5, that you have the ampersand, open bracket, tab, close bracket code. Okay, when you get that finished, go ahead and click OK. Okay, and you can see right there, it shows you what it's going to look like. It says summary, because that's the one I happen to have active. Step number 6, click the Custom Footer button. Type your name in the left section box. Okay, click the right section. Click the Insert Date button. See it right there? Once again, I'll remind you it is going to come in as code, ampersand, open bracket, date, close bracket code. Okay, when you have that done, go ahead and hit the OK button. Okay, and you're going to see a quick preview of what it's going to look like. Now right here, do you see where it says Print Preview? Go ahead and click that button, and let's go take a look. Okay, you can see that my summary page says Summary, student name on the left, date on the right. Right down here, you can hit your next page, and you can see there's quarter 1, and quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4, and they all have the sheet name, student name, and the date. All right, when you get finished with that, go ahead and hit that button right there, and that'll take you out of this print preview and back into your workbook. All right, go ahead and hit save, and you're ready to move on to the next video.